I'm just a bit of tinsel here.
My ex-cop,
And Bonnie.
my ex-cop boyfriend.
Yeah, my ex-cop boyfriend.
Yeah.
That I've kept quiet all these
Yes,
years.
yes, I've been quiet.
Tony Bonner. Hey,
Hello, mate.
what are you doing here?
Yeah, good.
Oh, that must be Vinny, isn't it?
Yeah, g'day.
Hey,
How are you,
how are
mate?
you? Do you mind if I look at that?
No, please join us.
Yeah.
Look at that.
But there's
Free
no
country.
coffee for me.
So, friends of mine, Max.
How are you?
Marilyn?
Marilyn?
My sister
Nice to
Marilyn.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Marilyn's from Mittagong. And Max is from Queensland.
Correct.
Very upset about the last game of Origin game where
In actual fact, born and bred in New South Wales.
Oh, there
We
you go.
won.
Yeah, he's a full-
I nearly
full-
won my New
full
South
boy.
Wales Guernsey.
I'm glad about that.
Now, what part of Australia are you from?
Originally from Adelaide, I've been up here for a few years and loving it.
Good.
Loving this town, fantastic town.
I like
So
Adelaide, the old
Yeah.
city of churches.
It is a good city.
Yeah, it's a
But,
good city.
A lot more opportunities up here, so I'm
Yes.
very, very glad to be here.
Good, good. We'll get you a coffee in a moment.
Thank you, thank you.
So what are we going to talk about now? I mean,
I want to talk about you, Vinny. You,
Nah,
you,
talk about me.
you are
Be
a
one of the-
superstar.
mate,
They
mate,
love you up in Queensland.
You're joking.
No, you got a big following, didn't you realise?
Oh, mate.
They're mainly between about the ages of 18 and 30.
You're joking.
But they're in an asylum. But sorry,
Yeah, well,
but, you know,
that'll make sense. That'll make sense now.
Oh, man.
so you're a cop or like a
I'm
detective?
retired. I
Yeah.
was retired. Look,
Back in the day.
it was back in the day, back in the late 70s and 80s. They were the great years, you know. Of course, things changed in the 90s.
Yes.
When we started getting all the dregs from overseas, taking over the asylum, and it's been downhill ever since, hasn't it? Really?
Did you find that the import, them coming in, the knives start, like the violence was pretty much, fisticuffs and, maybe an attack here and there, but then, the knives started coming in groups?
What changed was the way these criminal organisations have been able to band together. The different cultures bring different methodologies into the crime, and unfortunately at the moment we've got inept governments, especially the present government,
Yeah, I agree.
where we have this organised crime taking over the tobacco industry, billions and billions of dollars going straight to organised crime coffers, and the government seems inept to be able to stop it because they won't admit that lowering the excise tax will get rid of the problem. And the other thing too is that people don't realise that when these guys do get captured, when they do get arrested, it's not because that they're importing drugs, it's because they haven't paid their taxes. That's what they're going in for. They're not getting 30-year sentences. They're just
In and
paying
out.
$1 million fines in and out.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a ridiculous thing.
And it's happened forever,
It continues to happen.
and it's got to change.
We can't change until we get rid of
This government.
this Albo communist government.
I
You
agree.
bet.
You agree, Mel?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I've got to say, Max, the cross here, Darlinghurst, was once a most beautiful little village in the kind of 50s and 60s.
Uh-huh.
It was beautiful. It was really the gangs and the mobs that came in from the outer suburbs that gave the cross the bad name. The knifings, the bashings weren't done by locals. It was a beautiful little. I had an apartment down the bottom of Victoria Street here, and in the late 60s and 70s, it was a wonderful place to live. It was a real community, wasn't it?
Well, the history of the place is basically when we started getting the foreign ships in, Navy ships, the American that are coming in, they were looking for drugs, marijuana, all that kind of stuff. So there were some unscrupulous people here who saw a market opportunity and started pushing those drugs. All of a sudden, not only were they catering to our overseas visitors, but then they started building a local market, and everyone and every man and his dog came to the cross to get high. You had alcohol, you had drugs, you had prostitution, you had everything. Of course, a cauldron of violence, a cauldron of crime.
Yeah. Were you able to?
Can I tell you, when I was here as a young serving cop, can I tell you, there wasn't one shift, not one shift, where I didn't have to physically grab somebody. Not one shift. You know, and I got jealous of some other places where, other stations where they hardly ever got anything, you know. And I was looking at Rose Bay. I mean, Rose Bay police station, where all the hoi polloi lived, we had a whole police station there of men and women serving and going around basically doing noisy parties.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Yeah.
You know, we needed them here. Is where we needed them.
Yeah. Well, see, Tony lived down the road, so that's where it started from. That's
Well, it only
that's where a
started
lot of
later.
the
I mean,
noise-
up until the 60s, it was about the late 60s, early 70s when they started bringing in these Navy guys. That's when the drug opportunities started to come in. And, you know, I could mention a couple of names, but I won't because I've written a book with Tim Priest, and we mentioned about the drug problem here and how it started. And at the moment we're going through some legal technicalities so that we can, you know, publish the
Publish
book.
it, mate. You have to let me know when that comes
Yeah.
out. I want an autographed.
Yeah, it'll
copy.
happen. Don't worry.
And also, there's one for Tony's bringing out his memoirs. I've been looking everywhere for.
Well, that's an encyclopedia.
It is.
It goes from A to Z.
Do you know you're sitting next to an Aussie icon?
Oh, absolutely. He tells me every day. He tells me all the time.
Yeah, it's funny.
No, that's good, mate. And do you think when do you think that will come out?
Look, I don't know. It all comes down to the pragmatic legalities of what we've written, you know, because a lot of it has to be going through this legal locking machine. Because we do name people and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
And they're saying maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe you should change.
Before Vinny names someone and we get into a lot of trouble, we'll be back in a moment. I know, Max, you've got a couple of more questions maybe to ask.
Can I have one quick one?
We will when we come back. We've got to dart off just at the moment. Vinny hasn't eaten for at least half an hour, so he gets a little. He gets
I
a
can
little.
see him shaking now. Sorry,
He gets the shakes. We'll be back. Comment. Do whatever. Tell people to comment on us and follow us.
And
Thank
yeah,
you.
get online. Get online.